Hi, this is Johnny. I just want to demonstrate some of the stuff that I have transferred over. But the problem I have is mainly A-Cade. Okay, let's go to it. So I could pretty much select game. I got video, mix art, transfer over. Same thing with piece Topo 16. Bunk. Now, some reason it transferred two of them. See, I noticed that there's two of them, so I need to delete one of them. I don't know which one, but I need to delete them. And when you go to the game, I only have some that have box art. So I have to create. So if you're looking at the screen like this, you see you got some of them already cut off. So you gotta go down a little bit more and go up. I'm trying to get a 3D print out, you know, the one that allow you to tilt this way and stuff. So I asked my daughter to see if she could print that out for me. She have a 3D printer, so hopefully she could do it. So this is pretty cool. You can play your game with the marquee, but the problem is I don't have all this created for AV console. So that's the problem. So I have to, so my image is not ready yet because it's not really ready. Like this duplicate. I need to remove those. And there's no Dreamcast. There's no, I also have NES 3D and they do work. So that's pretty cool. But I can't really tell the difference, that's my problem. And this does play in a vertical screen, so that's pretty cool. So, and one thing neat about Neo Geo is easy to Neo Geo is pretty cool to set up because they all have one. They're using the same emulator, which is not made, but Final Button FB Neo. So then you could set up a D4 controller and a bezel on all the game, and this can work. So that's cool. So this game does not always work on AV system, but it does work there. Alright. And Nintendo 64, I have the 3D box art and the video, but there's no marquee set up yet for that one. Now the A-Cade is the one that I have in problem. Now I noticed that this is pretty cool. If you add another joystick, then you have a Y button, which is set up for here. Okay. But if you don't, right now, this do not have any Y button, even though they say, oh, you can add it to your favorite. Well, I add some to my favorite, and I haven't, everything is vertical, so there's gonna be 0 vertical. I don't know what's the purpose of having it if there's everything's vertical. Okay, 25 game, 29 spinner, 379, 3 button, I guess 3 button joystick. I'm thinking about changing this to a 3 button joystick because then I will have a Y button. 1 button joystick, dual joystick. Okay, so apparently the system automatically know to find my game. Now we're gonna go to option, and the reason we are going to option is, let me show you why. Because there's only one emulator. So if you was to go to any game, okay, and you press A button, I think it's either this one or this one, I don't remember now. Let me try this one. This is the B button. So once the screen show up, you're supposed to, there you go, it's a B button, okay? It's based on right here, B button. Alright, so let me zoom in the thing. Let me show you. Okay, so if I was to select the main, okay, press A. Oop, press the back. The back button is actually, it doesn't show you what's the back button. All right, this is all it have. It is Neo Geo CD and Final Burnout Neo Geo CD, and then Final Burnout Neo. This is the one that most of the Neo Geo use, up to 143. Everything more than 143, you have to use either May 2010, 2006, 2010, 2010 or 2006, more likely 2010, I think. All right, I need to install May 2010, 2003 plus, and 2016. There's nothing there to select. So if I add different game in here, it won't work. Okay, if I try to run other Neo Geo game that does not use this one, Final Burnout Neo, it won't work. 2003 will work on some Capcom game, but I need also May 2000. So I need May 2000 as well for Capcom game. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to go and get out here by pressing the back button, the first button on the right. Okay, and gonna press it here. I'm just going to, well, let's go ahead and launch it. I mean, you could set May 2003 as your main one. Press A again, the back button again. But not all the game use May 2003. Okay, it's like that is not the right emulator. If it's a correct emulator, you're not going to get this warning sign. Okay, and this is a vertical game. All right, so we have to fix that. So we're gonna go Control, we're gonna press B, the two buttons to get out, the select and start. We actually press this button the same time to get out. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go to B, then we're gonna go to Option and press A. We're gonna go to Raspberry Pi setup. Okay, you will have to use the button in the back. They didn't have it listed here where the button in the back is. Okay, so we're gonna go to manage the package. Press A, does not work, is the back button. All right, we're going to manage the main package. All right, here is what they have installed. All right, we're not going to install all of them because the system, I only have 256 gigabytes. I don't have that much space. They installed Nintendo 64 Plus for this one. They install Atari, okay, and Neo Geo Pocket, and they did install PC Engine, that is the correct one because it now play well with this one. There was another one that they used that do not play well. Super Graphic, Neo Geo, which they did install. They installed this. I forgot what this one is. I think it's Atari or something. Okay, they installed a game Boy. Once you install it, when you play the game system, you go into, when you press A, it will take you to the correct emulator, so you don't have to figure out which one is for what you want. I think this is another older game system. Okay, we got 2003. Looking for, so they did install Nintendo NES. This one is the one that it doesn't work for me. Okay, and they definitely need that one for Sega Genesis. They do install Super NES. Okay, they didn't install that one. That's not the one we're gonna be using. let's look for, okay, this is what is installed. Okay, so we don't want, that's what they have. So we're gonna go to, okay, so we are going to come here, install. Now you can install this. This is pretty cool when you're using the spinner and trackball, but he's using 2003, so you don't need that. You can install Atari 2800 if you want it. I don't have that much space. And then Daffy also, DOS game, so you could click install. Made for All is not used a whole lot in Raspberry Pi, so and then he did not, there's no PSP installed, and WeCache not installed, and definitely the I'm looking for the other one called the Fly something, start with an F. All right, yeah, Final Burnout 2000, yes, you do want that, so we want to get that. Okay, I want to install from the previous complex. This one take long time, but this one actually work better. But let's go ahead and use the binary. Binary is quicker. It's already been compressed. You just grab it. Okay, so binary is quicker. It finished. But if you have problem with it, you could install from here. Okay. All right, we're gonna go back. Then we're gonna install. This is the Dreamcast. This is the one called that I was telling you about. Let's try all binary, and then if it doesn't work, I could always go back and install the source. The source would take several hours. Okay, not a minute, but hours. Okay, just let you know. So you won't be surprised it takes a long time to do it. And it doesn't matter which. Okay, May, we definitely need that. We definitely need that. I'm just gonna install. Because if without it, you're gonna have game that would not work. Okay, so go back. Okay, May 2000, yes, you need that as well. Okay, so we're gonna install from. So that way, when you go to A-Cade, if a game does not work, you could fix it. But the problem is you have to do one by one. It's easier to set one up, and then work with it, and then just download the one that search for all the game that support 2003, you know. But 2003 plus is a updated version, which program, if some of the game does not work, you could use the 2003 instead. Yes, you do need 2010. Yeah, I can't believe that it's missing all this. I don't know, is it gonna give me an option? We're gonna try to see if we could find track mode, because this one do not have track mode. I mean, one thing good about the third version is been out so long, it have all kind of cool stuff, and it's not here on this version. Okay. So, I mean, it should support those like PSP and all those stuff, but it's not installed, and I don't have that much space. I just mainly want to play, you know, some homebrews and then arcade game, mainly arcade. So, but yeah, this is where you go and install all the scraper. They did not install the scraper, so if you try to scrape with that site, it's not going to let you. They have another one, I think called a thumb something, TH. But I have an account with the scraper, so I'm going to install the scraper. That way I could just scrape the art that's missing. Okay, the scraper, it take longer than what I recorded on video. I just skip that step because it's taking a little bit longer than expected. Okay, there is some error. Alright, so we're done with this one. So we're gonna go to manage the dry pack. You wanna go in and do all three of this because some of the emulator are in different, some might be in the developing. This is a more of a joystick controller. So if you have any particular joystick controller, you could actually install here. Okay, this is the only one that they put in, A-Cade, but you could put that in as well if you want to. Okay, we're going to skip this. Experience package, yes, you do want that. If you want Dolphin, you can install here. I want to install Nintendo DS, so I want to install that. Yes, because I wanted Nintendo DS to work. And Dreamcast. So those two wasn't installed. And if they have like the one called the Duck for PlayStation, that'll be a good one to install too. Okay, skip that. I haven't seen May 2016, 2010 yet because they're in a different area. Okay, we don't need 2015. Dolphin. Here go to May 2015. Oh no, we don't need that one. That one hardly work. 2016, yes. Okay, that one's done. Go back. Okay, 2016, yes. Ooh. So if you want to do the core upgrade, I recommend do it before you put the game in because it take up a lot of space when you run in the source version. So if you don't have enough space, it's gonna crash, and then you waste a lot of hours and nothing happen. Okay, just FYI. So if you're gonna do the core update like I'm doing now, I don't have Nintendo, I don't have Dreamcast, nothing like that. So yeah, you can install that too. You can install the Neo Geo CD. So give you more option. If one doesn't work, you try the other one. Alright, so let's see what else we have here that I want to install. You can install OpenBoard, but OpenBoard I think is hard to get it working. But yeah, track mode development. Let's try track mode. Let's see if we could get the track mode to work. I think it's best to run the track mode from here. Okay. But let's go ahead and do it. The binary is faster. So we got 2016. I did not see May 2000 yet, or 2010 yet. Actually, this I think we did the 2000. Yeah, we did 2016, but I don't think I did 2010. So we're gonna, after this, we're gonna go to the next one, the developing one, and see if we could find that one as well. Now track mode might take a while, even though it's a binary, so it will take a little bit longer to transfer over. But yeah, if a track mode worked, then it will look like the one I have, the previous image. Then I could transfer my track mode information over, and that would be pretty cool. Yeah, the Raspberry Pi 4, you have to come with the track mode. I haven't tried to do Raspberry Pi 4 yet. But if you was to use Raspberry Pi 4, you're gonna have the same problem. There's no track mode. Just so you know, I tried to play this on my lap, and when you squeeze it between both your legs, you're gonna put a mark on your both of your leg, just your thigh. And then once I start playing it a while, I feel this is stiff, and then my finger, this is not flush to the top. And when you put your finger here, you're gonna create a mark on your hand. So it's not a comfortable position to play. And the joystick is very stiff, so you push it all the time. So you push against it so you can move, and that give you a mark right here on your finger. If it was a flush to the top, then you feel better. Okay. All the arcade game, I recommend if you make one or build one your own, make sure it's flush. When you flush it to the top, then it's more comfortable. You just laying your finger there and it's not pushing against anything. But if you have like a edge there, yeah, your finger will tend to hurt. Unless you're playing it sitting up, but still, you always, because it's just, the thing is not that big. So I'm debating whether to keep the second one that I bought, because if I do, I'm thinking about using the second one and put it on my other console, which is Mrs. Pac-Man, because they use the same exact screen size, not the screen length, but the screen's 4.3 diagonally size. This ones tend to be longer for 4.3 screen. All right, let's go back, press the back button. All right, so we got the track mode installed. We don't need to do the developing mode. Let's launch image, like Raspberry Pi management. I'm not sure he installed that. I think he did, but I'm not sure because it doesn't look like it's installed. Alright, I'll skip that. If I need it, I'll come back for it. Alright, press the back button. Alright, the last one is this one. We definitely need to look at this. Oh, this one don't have a whole lot of stuff. Okay, back. Alright, that's pretty much it. Here, do not do anything. Here is just install, they will install RetroArt, emulator station, retro menu, run command. So all this is already installed, so there's nothing there to look at. Okay, so we're gonna go back. So that's how you set up. Now you could go config tool, and you could do some update here if you choose to, but everything here is already configure, install. You could update the script. Right now we have, let's go back and see what we have. 4.8.4. I think that is the latest for a month ago. So this version, well, I just installed it, so it is the latest version. All right, let's perform reboot, and then we go to A-Cade and see if we can see it. So we're gonna go to A-Cade main and see if we could see the, and then we could also look at Raspberry Pi, see if we could. I like that emulator. That's pretty cool. It's a cute animation. Okay, so let's go back to A-Cade now, and let's see if they have. I think we just passed it. Here you go. Okay. So I have 992 game. Let's go into it, and let's go into. I guess it doesn't matter which game. Let's go to 19. Let's try that one, because that one's sometimes hard to emulate. So we're gonna press the B button. Oh, got it. Okay. So once you're in here, you're gonna go and press A. Nope, press the A in the back. Let's see how many we have now. All right, see that? So now you have Final Burnout, Neo Geo. You even have wow, I was surprised to see this one, because normally this one is in Dreamcast, but I did delete Dreamcast because I was running out of space. May 2000, 2003, so I got 2000, 2010, and 2016. So those are the two main ones that you do need, and this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need those in order to play A-Cade and enjoy the A-Cade game. So most of the A-Cade that you see on the Raspberry Pi, those are the main ones that you'll be using. Okay, so I recommend using that. So let's go back and see if we could start the game with the default one. If it doesn't, then we could choose a different one. So right now it's using 2003. So let's go ahead and launch it and see how it plays. See, it doesn't work. See that? It do not work. So we will have to find one that works. See, I'm gonna press the. I think I'm too late. Yeah, press it. Yeah, press it when the screen comes up. Press it. There you go. Okay. So we're gonna use a different one. May 2003 do not work. So let's use. I think let's try plus. Okay. If plus doesn't work, then we'll do 10 in 2016. I think the plus should work. Yep. See that? We just fixed the game. So yeah, you need to have the correct one, otherwise you cannot play your game. So we're going to insert the coin. 2 coin, 1 player. Then you pick your ship. It doesn't matter what ship. Alright, and this is the vertical game. So I got it correctly screen, okay. Alright, so this video is mainly to show you how to install the chords, and so those of you who need to know how to install the chord, that's how you do it. So both buttons work. Oop, I just got killed. I don't know how many buttons this thing uses. Does B button work? Alright, thank you for watching. Let's look at one more thing before we go. Let's look at the track mode, see if it's there. Let's go to option, and let's go see if the track mode does it exist. Now track mode is a little bit complicated. You have to configure a lot of stuff. Once you get in there, you will have to configure a lot of stuff. I mean, it's not like, but you will have to configure one by one of all the Spinner trackball. No, it doesn't have it. Doesn't show up. No, so it doesn't have I don't know, I might have to install something else. ESD config. So I'm not expert in installing track mode. I never have really done it straight from the normally use what they have and modify and make it better, but yeah, so there's no track mode. Alright, just FYI, that track mode stuff doesn't work right away. I think you have to do something else to make it work. Alright, so the chord option, oh, now Nintendo DS show up. Oh, I wonder if it will work. Oh shoot, none of the stupid emulator work. Okay, let's try new Mario. Oh, because I didn't maybe I didn't copy the artwork or something, or the GIF file. Where's the new? I want to try the new Mario. I only put the M and N game. I didn't put. I should have just pressed this button, not this button, but the. See my Nintendo. It would be cool if this worked, but then I have to configure all the buttons. That's the problem. I haven't configured the button yet. Yay! See, the button is not configured yet. I need to figure out how to get to the retro and configure it. But yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you install the chord. Now the Nintendo DS is working. See, it look nice with the vertical screen. You see the top and the bottom. You know, that's why I like to have Nintendo DS on the vertical screen. It's meant to be, you know. So yeah, I think the graphic look nice. It doesn't have any video is good. It's not flicking or anything. Alright, thank you for watching. Later.